evening. Feels weird, doesn't it, this time of the year, saying evening, because it's still so light at this time. You know, in the winter when we do Try Out Tuesdays, you know, it's night time. In the summer, it's not so much night time. Anyway, waffling already. That was Captain Squeak. I'm sorry. Yeah, good evening. Welcome to Try Out Tuesday. If you are here, give us a thumbs up, give us a like. Give us a little hearty thing. What are they called? Emojis, emoticons, something. Oh, crikey, I'm talking to myself. That's not good. Sorry, just getting myself set up on the old tablet so I can see your comments. Hello, Charmaine Jane. Sorry, I got sort of carried away then a little bit. Sorry about that. Hello, Tracy. Oh, look at you with your top fan badge. She tells everybody she's got a top fan badge, you know. Okay. So, hello Sarah. So this evening for Try It Out Tuesday, I am going to be showing you some brand new... Oh, I tell you what I haven't done. I haven't shared the video. Bear with, as they say. Bear with. So, yeah. So tonight we are launching a new product, and I've got to be honest, we do like to do new products for you Try It Out Tuesdays, because you guys are here and we really, really appreciate that. So like I say, oh, here comes Sammy, evening shenanigators, you instigators of the shenanigans. So we have got some new Inkables big ones. We love a big one. We do. We love a big one. So when, obviously, you may or may not have seen the first 12. I'm sure Sammy will be putting a link on for you soon. You may or may not have seen the first 12, but we have got 3 brand new ones for you. And I have to say, I think these are possibly the best yet. Can you see them all right on there? Should I get a piece of dark card? Should I get a piece of dark card? Would you be able to see them better? Bear with. Do you know, when I used to work in a call centre, we weren't actually allowed to say bear with. They encouraged you to say other things. Like, if you could just hang on for a minute or whatever, but not say bear with me. There you go. The extra special glimpse. So, Tracy Jones, I love my badge. You leave my badge alone. Yes, but the whole point is I have said hello to you. Have I not, Tracy? So therefore, I don't get any naughty challenges on the Crafting Together group this week. Tell you, punished for the smallest infraction. Right, so the 3 new big ones. You know, give us a thumbs up or a heart if you like a big one. Right, so we have got 3 new ones. And I've got to be honest, I'm so excited for these. I think they're going to work so well across the range of stamps. I think they're going to work not only brilliantly with doodle art stuff, because, you know, I just think they obviously work with them, but I think they're going to work fantastically well with the digi art stuff as well. The collage art that I put together, like the bee monarchy, the light bulb, the ledger measure, all that sort of thing. I think these are going to work so beautifully with them. Okay, so these are on. Now these, your big ones, if these are new for you, your big ones, they are big. That's why we call them the big ones, okay? So let me give you the measurements here. They are approx 25 centimetres, or if you're Tracy, just under 10 inches, by 12.5 centimetres, or if you're Tracy, just under 5 inches. Okay, so, and yes, I do pick on Tracy because she's the one that goes on about imperial measurements. That's why I say if you're a Tracy. Right. But like I say, I mean, I think you can easily see the scope for these. Now, these are also cut out of our 350 micron Mylar, like all of our Inkables, Dinkables, texture discs, all of that. Now, what that means is if you want to emboss them using an embossing machine, for example, I know there's loads of embossing machines out there, and I know that some of them are much more super duper fandangle than the ones I use. But I have a Spellbinder's Grand Caliber. And it's a very old one, and it's red, but it does everything I need because I mainly use it for embossing my Inkables. Okay, so these will emboss on there absolutely lovely if you want to just do some textured cardstock. You'll also get really good definition with texture paste, or in my case polyfillers and things like that. So they're really great. They're really, really, really great, okay? Because they're that extra weight. Alrighty, so shall we have a look at them? Shall we ink through them and have a little look? Because I think that does change how you feel about them sometimes. So I think we'll go with this one first. Now this is called something. It's a word. It's called a word. I can't remember. This is the thing I struggle when there's new names. Look, I washed all my blending foams. So I've got a whole new nice fresh bag. Blending foams. So this is called... Right, so I know this one is called the egg timers. Because they look like little egg timers. Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? And this one is abstracty circles or something similar. Hello everybody. And this one is called something else. There you are. And that's what I'm going to go with. So let's have a little look. What shall we use? Do you know what? Shall we mix it up? Shall we use some regular distress instead of some oxides? Let's use some regular distress. Oh, somebody was asking me about these this week, so this is a good opportunity to tell you actually. I have all the regular distress in minis for two reasons. I have a very small amount of space, so they're great storage wise, and also obviously it's an inexpensive way to build up your collection quickly. That's why I like the minis. I do have some of them in the big ones as well. Ones that I use a lot of, mustard seed and that. But that being said, I have had these since the minis came out. People worry about they're not going to stay inky enough. But I've had these since the minis came out, and I demo them at shows. I've used them for workshops, all sorts of things, and I haven't had one run out yet. So, you know, it's all good in the hood. Right, so let's just have a quick gander. Sorry, all you can see is my arm. I do apologise. So, let's get some inking through, because like I say, I think you can't see them properly until they've been inked through. Do you know what? I've changed my mind. I'm going to go with some peacock feathers and some wilted violet, because I think that'll look well pretty, and Sam's not here to say, stop using purple. So, joke's on you, buddy. Right. My hair gets everywhere. Tell you. Right, so here we go. We'll go in with some wilted violet first. I think I might do a Sam and put some on my mat and blend it in to my foam. Nice clean foams. Okay, we're going to put that through there. I'm just gonna go into some random spaces. Nothing too major. But like I said, you could use, you know, all of the Inkables. They're great for your sprays. They're great for... Can't wait to have a play with the new gloss sprays. I haven't got me any of them yet. Cannot wait, by the way, because our Janie uses them. Oh.
Sam's just ringing.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Right, okie dokie. Sammy has just phoned and said that the new ones aren't showing on the website yet. But that's okay. That's okay. I don't know what I've done wrong there, because I definitely tried to load them. But we'll make sure they're on tomorrow. Okay? So we'll just have a little play with them tonight then. There you go. Pressure's off. Here we are. So I think when you see through this, it'll look, I mean, it's just amazing. It's just so funky. Okay, so I have to say the colour is a lot more intense than it's showing up on my tablet, so I hope you can see. But you see what I mean? What you think it's going to look like isn't necessarily what it does, so you can sometimes see a much more intense way of looking at it, which is absolutely excellent. So what we'll do is we'll get a link for these for you in the morning when I've sorted out why they haven't loaded onto the website. But let's not worry about that right now. We're going to go in and we're going to add in some of our egg timers. Okay. So again, we'll be like Sam. We'll put a little bit of ink onto our mat, just in case. So if we've got anybody new in this evening, if this is your first time Try It Out Tuesday, hi. All of the Try It Out Tuesdays are available to catch up here on Facebook and on our YouTube as well. Sometimes I just waffle for a long time. Other times I actually get some quite good, you know, info. And other times we actually make something to its completion, and that's fun as well. So, you know, there's a real mix, just depends what you're after. Okay, so, right. So this is the egg timers. Oh, now then. You see, I reckon this is one people underestimate. But you look at that. That's nice, right? Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Right, and then we've got this one. So hi everybody that's just tuning in. Anthony! Hello, love. So this is the third new one. It's called Abstract Circles, I believe. It's something abstract and something circly. I don't know. And what we'll do is, do you know what? I'm actually going to turn the page. I'm going to come back and use it on this one. But because it's got... And I'm going to change colours. The reason being is because I won't want to do 2 pages the same colour in a row. So let me grab... I think we'll go with a greeny and a blue on here. So let's go with a cracked pistachio and then something quite intense bluey. Okay, so I think, should we go with the Mermaid Lagoon? Yeah, let's try those. Okay. And the reason I'm going to do, I will, like I say, I will go back to the other page and use it on there, and we will try and finish that page. But I'd like to do the whole thing so you can see. Okay? Great for doodling. Absolutely, Tracy. This is the thing, you know, I've got to be honest, I do tend to do more doodling with my texture discs and my Inkables, because I add in doodle sections to tags and stuff. For example, oh, saying that, that's a big one that's been doodled. Hang on, just grab this here. So this is where I've doodled through the Bakewell big one with a white pen. So that's quite fun to doodle. But yeah, generally I do tend to use my texture discs and my Inkables. But these new ones, I mean they're all good. It's all good. It's all good. What can I say? It's all good. Right. So I'm going to go in with my Mermaid Lagoon, and again just going in some random areas. Random's my wheelhouse, you know, so let's stick with it. Alrighty, and then we'll go with the cracked pistachio. The colours I was using on the last page, Janet, that was peacock feathers and wilted violet. Okay, now I'm going in with, this is a clean foam, it's just dyed. Now I'm going in with Mermaid Lagoon and cracked pistachio. I can't remember if I finished that sentence, so I thought I'd better. Right, so this is the other new one. I don't know why I didn't check that they were on. That was a little bit daft, to be honest. But if it's the daftest thing I do this week, I will be most pleased. Most pleased. Okay, now obviously you could tape these down if you wanted to. I know a lot of people don't like to hold them because you do get inky fingers, or you know, you worry about it moving, about putting the pressure on. That's absolutely fine. If you are, take them down. I am just not patient enough for that. That's the only reason. So you take that off. Look at that. I feel like I want to do a telly twinkle with that. I know it's not shimmery, but because it sort of has that movement to it, you know, because it has that movement to it, you feel like you want to do the telly twinkle. Yeah, blooming lovely. Right, so it's just so lush, so lush. But I will say, though, I knew I wanted that one and I knew I wanted that one. But that is a surprise winner for me, the egg timers, because that is just, it's just all kinds of awesome. I absolutely love it. Right. So back to the peacock feathers and wilted violet. And I'm going to put some of the bigger ovals down here. Then just working up over slightly to sort of mesh them in to there. And then I'm going to go over undulates. Oh, Caroline, that's a good word. Undulates. I'm not sure I'm capable of that this time of the evening. So again, we're going to go in, and do you know what, I'm actually going to flip it because I want these really small ones up here. And that's the other cool thing. Obviously, you know, you can flip them, you can move them. So here we go. We'll go down. I'm just going to bring that down into there. And you can see it does create that movement, which is absolutely luscious. I love it when something works as well as I wanted it to be. Okay. So, yeah, so that's the egg timers. Whee. Over there. And then we've got the circle squares there. And this one here. Which I think, I have to say, looking at that one now, it would work great with Sam's dinosaurs and her under the sea stuff, because it has got that sort of look to it, which is absolutely beautiful. So I am so sorry, guys, that these aren't on the website. We definitely put them on yesterday. I don't know where I've gone wrong there. But you know, that's just me. It's just sometimes how it works, isn't it? Right, I have got out some of my stamps to go on top of these. I've got my ledger measure. I've got sort of my collages to go over the top, because I just think they work really, really well. So you can see this is a particularly well used stamp. So let me just get my blocks. Yeah, see, check it, my acrylic blocks are still sorted and clean. Yeah, I know, it surprises me as well. Floor's a mess, but my acrylic blocks are sorted and clean, so you know, can't have it all, can you? Well, that's what they tell me anyway. Hi, Sylvia. Right, Adam. Adam, oh, I miss you, treasure. I do. Right, so using the same colours as we have been stamping in. Okay, so I've got my wilted violet. We're going to go on here. Now, yes, I'm fully aware of how dirty my stamp is, and I'm sorry. Okay, so we're going to ink that up. I might have missed a few bits, but it's okay, because we're just adding in down the edge. Just to create sort of look, and then you could go in and do some more in black as well. This is one of these things, I remember when we first started doing a lot of distressing, before, when there was nowhere near as many colours as there are now. They were primarily used for backgrounds, and I remember talking to someone at a show, I want to say Bolton, but I can't remember in truth. And they were saying, oh, I love them, but obviously you can't stamp with them. And I was like, say what? And she went, yeah, you don't get the definition because they're distressed. Now, if you are stamping a solid image, like a silhouette, you will get a distressed look because that's what they're for. However, if you are stamping something that's got fine detail, you will get all that fine detail out. You will absolutely get it out. So if you're not using your distress inks for stamping, in the words of Tracy Jones, give your head a wobble and really get stamping with them, because they're absolutely ace. Okay, so I'm actually going to go back in with that, with some VersaFine. So we're going to add in some black stamping now and very nearly drop our black ink pad over the side. Okay, I'm just going to put that there. And then another one. So I'm going to come in. No, I'm going to go further down. There. I'm going to put the bit I didn't stamp up there. Okay, so this is the thing. You can use these fantastic big ones together. You can use them separately. You can use them. It's just like we say a lot of time. All of our products, all of them, even like for example the distress we buy in, to our 2 different sorts of acrylic blocks, to the stamps, the templates, the MDF, everything. They're all born out of necessity. They come because either you guys have asked us for it, or it's something most, you know, that we wanted, that we want to use, and we don't have it. So, you know, templates like these, we don't have them, so we made them. And that's the thing. We wanted something, you know, the 6x6, they're fantastic, and I use them a lot with crafting and whatever. But when I'm doing my art journals, you know, and I'm going this way and that way or whatever, and I want just a longer section, because like I say, I use them in sections, so, you know, move down and whatever. We wanted something slightly bigger, so that's why we did them. And it's really that, it's after it sounds, it's that simple. We wanted them, so we made them. And that's the both the beginning and end of the thought process for it. I'm just deciding what to do next. I'm going to get some stitchy borders, I think, and go around the outside. Hi Marcia! So I'm just going to grab my super skinny. This is the border one. We haven't had a chance to put the metric, no, we have the metric, the imperial measurements on for these as yet, but it's definitely on the to-do list, and it will be done really, really soon. Okay, so let's just take them on there and put that one up there, and then I do find as well, again, if you guys have watched me before or not, clean and simple is something I struggle with. I like to fill the pages, put lots on and whatever. Sam is really good at the clean and simple. Me, not so much. A bit close to the edge there, that's alright. But I do feel, as daft as it sounds, the bigger size of the big ones actually allows me to do clean and simple better if I wanted to, because, you know, I can add in a pattern and then just work into it rather than worrying about covering the whole thing. But, you know, obviously I'm not going for that today. I've gone over and above again. So I'm just going to, we will do it tomorrow. There you go. She's made a promise there, hasn't she? Here we go. And I'm going to take this one. Now this is off the Stitchy Borders. Now I will say that I don't have a particular favourite on the stitchy borders. They're all really, really good. But this one, it's more like, they're called stitch borders, but this one's more of like an inky one. Again, because we know not everybody wants to get as inky and mucky as I do, you know. That's okay. So what we like to do is to give you the tools to create that look, if you want the look, but you don't want to get as mucky and horrific as me. Because I understand that. I really, really do. It's totally fine. Stitchy Borders, one of my favourites. See, there you go, Anne. Fantastic one. So, hi to anybody that's just joined in. Tonight we're talking about the new big ones, which we have just discovered have not loaded onto the website properly. But these are the 3 different sorts. So they will be available on the website tomorrow. So keep an eye out for that. Because obviously we like you guys to get the launch first, because you join us on these lovely evenings. Well, I find them lovely. You might be like, oh, gorge, she's off again. There she goes. There she goes. I'm alright with it. Okay. And then we'll put some of the wilted violet on, I think. In the same one to create that sort of inkiness. So you could just build these up. Now I have seen, you know, there's lots at the minute going on with clay as well. So you could press these into clay. You know, you could press their those in thing. You could layer them. Oh, I tell you what. Bear with. I'm going off on a tangent. Stay with me. You could take something like your easy frames. Where's my easy frame folder gone? Here we go. So you could take something like your easy frames. Let's grab an easy frame. What shape shall we have? No, I don't want to do a Christmas bauble. You guys will shout at me. If I go with, say, for example, a scallop circle. Okay. Again, let's just move on to a different page. So if I, for example, wanted, I'm going to turn this way just for a second, this pattern, but I wanted it in a shape, okay, then what you do is you grab your easy frame, and you can do this one of 2 ways. So I put my pattern underneath, then my easy frame on top, whereabouts you want it, okay, and then I'll grab some Mermaid Lagoon, I think. And then you just blend. This is where your easy frames are quite good, because you can just blend off the corner of them. So you don't have to go from matte. You can blend off the corner. And then put some of that cracked pistachio on the inside. Okay, but what I would do at this point, see, if you taped it down, you wouldn't have to do this. So I'm just going to slide that out, using my cracked pistachio again, bending softly around the edges, and then you've got that pattern perfectly inside your scallop circle. Okay, and you haven't had to mask it or edge it or anything like that. It's just there. Absolutely great. And this is, to be honest, it's another brilliant thing for the easy frame. So, you know, I know I've gone off on one, but your big ones, you know, you can use like that through your easy frames. You can use them in several different ways. So again, you know, you could take these, let's take the egg timer through the same template. Okay, I'll just go here. Right. We'll go with our wilted violet. And I'm actually going to mix it up. I'm going to put some cracked pistachio in with the wilted violet, which is not the colours we've put together so far this evening. Oh, hello. And again, I'm just going to slide the egg timers out. So that's what they look like. And then I'm just going to whiz round really quickly to give you that one. So you can see how quickly and easily you can make up different layers using the big ones and, you know, your easy frames that you might already have. You can layer them up, and this is why adding in your big ones, you get fantastic different textures and whatever. It's absolutely ace. Hi Wendy, hi Pete. So, you know, you make sure you're using them together. Absolutely brilliant. And you can do that with your sprays as well. You might get a little bit of, what was the word Michelle Jackson Mogford once used that had us in hysterics? Seepage. You might get a bit of that because you've got two templates on top of each other. But, you know, it happens. It happens, what can I say? But you can see, absolutely, it's just another fab use for them. I have to say, that surprised the evening for me. I knew I loved the other two, but that one, the ringer, it's come out of nowhere. Well, it hasn't come out of nowhere. Dad gave it to me and said, here you go. Right. So, right, I've decided, no, I'm going in a different way. I'm going a different way. Just, you know, God forbid I actually follow the plan that's in my own noggin. I'm going to take this iris that, do you know what, I've had sat on my desk now for about a week because I'm dying to make something with it, but I was just suffering from a bit of, I didn't know what to do. I now know what to do. So I'm going to, well, I think so anyway. So I'm going to ink up this iris, and what I like about this is quite a contrasting image to sort of the industrial look of some of the collage stamps, but on the flip side of that, is it? Because lots of the elements that I use to make these up are quite vintagey looking, and these are very Victorian botanical pen and ink drawing, so it sort of works. Do you know what I mean? It really does. You can see a face in the egg time one. Wait till you see some of the other designs Mum's done. There's a really good face in it that we saw today, and now you can't unsee it. And that was Sam's fault because she spotted it, and once you've spotted it, you can't unsee it. Right, so what I'm going to do is we're going to use this one. I think. Are we? I'm going to use this one. See, this is the problem when I start trying to think on the hoof, ladies and gents. It's just, you know, ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner. So, I'm going to use the time measure. So you need your biggest slim here. Bev, with the circle one, if you did a base colour and then slightly move the stencil and use a different colour, would it act as shading and show? Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. Would you like me to try that in a minute? I can try that for you in a minute, my duck. Not a problem at all. Right, so what I'm going to do is I've got this little mask. See, I told you it had been sat on my blooming desk for a week with me wanting to do things with it. I've even cut it a little mask. because I was like, what am I going to do with it? Right, and then I'm going to use... I swear she's making me do a website marathon trying to find all these. Just keeping you young, Sammy. Or making you old. One or the other. Right. So... that wasn't on quite straight, and then I'll be annoyed if it's not straight. That's close enough. Right. So I'm going to go on with my VersaFine. Very, very, very... very, 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 very cover every bit. Please, 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 please don't miss any. Here we go. Right, and turn that sideways, big stamp. Put that back on there. So I'm going to give this just a little bit of flexy. We're not bending it. You know, it is a piece of acrylic. We're not bending it. We're flexing it. Just to make sure it's all... This is the time measure. Okay. Hi, Caroline. No, I know I had to abandon watching Joe because I had to do this. Here we go. So, I'm going to lift that off. And when you take your mask off, you see, your iris head is inside the stamp. Fab. And then what I'm going to do is I might stamp the leaves separately, but I reckon actually if I paint them in, they're going to show up really, really well. So I'm going to use the cracked pistachio and we're going to paint with it. So actually I'm just going to quickly heat set that. Wait to hear everything fall down when I get my heat tool. Here we go. So, I'm going to go in. I need something a touch more intense, maybe. I might need a stronger green. Shall we go with Lucky Clover? Marvellous. There we go. That's it. We're going to go down. I'm going to paint this iris in. You could decoupage it up, which in all honesty I haven't entirely ruled out at this point because I should have done a mask for the whole thing, truth be told. But that's okay. When I craft... Anyway, hi everybody, if I've missed anyone. Tracy, you've got a top fan badge. Yes, I know, darling, you may have mentioned. Right, on Try It Out Tuesday, I actually, on the whole, I craft like I do when you guys aren't here. Okay, so if I'm being polite about it, I say it's organic. If I'm being impolite about it, I say it's haphazard. Because, you know, this is, I try things with you guys because it's Try It Out Tuesday. So I try things with you guys I haven't necessarily tried before. It's an idea. And we're seeing if we can turn it into something that's actually real. Which sometimes works and sometimes doesn't. And this might be one of those that I'm not sure does actually work. And I may go back and decoupage it later. Okay. So I'm just going to add in some more of the green. I'm just not sure it's got enough definition. I might, like I say, I might decoupage it on after. Which is cool too, by the way. Alright. And then I'm going to take some Wilted Violet. Sorry, excuse the arm. And we're going to do the same. I have to say, when I use this iris, which I do a lot, it was my favourite of the big flowers. This is why I really wanted to use it this week, because I hadn't used it in ages. And then when nothing was coming to me instantly, I was getting quite pouty about the whole thing, truth be told. So yeah, I tell you what, guys, get a stamp out this week. Grab your Be Crafty stash. Grab a stamp out this week that you loved and used to buy use all the time. Maybe some of the botanicals or something like that, and make something with it. You could always have a go at Sam's challenge in the Be Crafty Stamps group. If you are new, the Be Crafty Stamps group has a challenge. The group runs separately not separately, alongside the page. And we run a challenge every month. And this month, Sam has set a challenge, and if you enter, you could be in the running for a £20 stamps voucher. If you don't enter, then you don't, basically. So, you know, it's got to be worth a punt. And as well, if you're struggling for a bit of mojo-ness, obviously it gives you somewhere to go. Right. I get the feeling I could be here all night doing this, if I wanted to. And I'm going to highlight some of the other bits as well. Nah, I'm going to decoupage it, dudes. I really, really am. It's just not standing out enough for me. It's my fault. Should have... Do you want me to decoupage it now, or would you prefer me to carry on with the page or talking about big ones and show you later when it's finished? I don't mind either way, honestly. I shall not be offended. So, would the oxides cover it up better? You could always use a white pen. Would the oxides cover it up better? I don't know. I don't know. They would cover it a little better. But I'm not sure. Let's have a go. Let me see what greens I've got. Because I don't have a full set, you see, of oxides. Sorry, I'm reaching in. But I do have a Lucky Clover. Let's try that. Good idea, Rosie. Was it Rosie that said, or was it Maria? I can't remember now. Maria, I thought it. See, I said Rosie, and then I was like, hang on. The problem is, because I'm watering them down, they're not... Obviously, they lose some of their opacity. Thanking you very much. Thanking you, please. But yeah, they are a little bit denser. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm only joking. So, Lucky Bev has so many white pens. 2 would have run out by now. Yeah, but the problem is, Steve-o, I have to say, they're now all getting to the empty stage all at the same time. So I'm going to have to rebuy all of them at exactly the same time. Because I don't just use one until it's finished. I have got a nice brand new Ink Essentials one though, that I'm not touching until another one has actually been thrown in the bin. Because otherwise, yeah, in fairness, those oxides have covered better. Do you know what? I'm going to put a little bit of it in there, just to create a little bit of definition on that side. So yeah, that's the problem. But because I use them all equally and don't, for want of a better description, prioritise using one up before I move on to the next one, I now have 6 white pens that are all dying at the same rate. Which is not good, dude. It's just not. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, so basically, Sam's challenge, sorry, I can see you're all chatting about it. That Sam's challenge in the group is based on the fact that this time of year is the real beginning of summer in the Northern Hemisphere. And the beginning of winter in the southern. So what Sam's done, because all of the members of the group, you know, no matter where you live, are allowed to take part in the challenge. You're just as eligible for a prize. So, you know, we were fully aware that some people might be working on more wintry colours and themes. So Sam has done a summer winter. So basically what that means is you can do a summer or a winter card, or you can be super duper daring and do sort of like a one of each, or a half and half, should I say. But I have to say, under the one of each thing, you are allowed to enter as many times as you like. So, you know, if it is a theme that really inspires you and you start to get lots done, you can enter as many as you want. It's absolutely fine. We're good with that. Because what we want to do is we want to share our craftiness and share your craftiness with everybody else. Because, you know, how good would it be if something you made inspired someone else to make? Wouldn't that be super duper cool? So, you knew this was the first week of summer when the heating came on. Oh no, Mr. T won't have that. There'll be no heating on in this house until November. Mr. T wouldn't have that, Steve-o. God, no. To be fair, we're lucky. Our house doesn't really get cold. So I'm just going to add some more in there. Now, I'm going to need something in the top and bottom. So I'm thinking some words. I am thinking some words. So, with that... Oh, hello. Right, just give me a second. Just a very brief second, because I've been throwing my stamps all over everywhere. And if I don't find them now, I won't know where to look. In fairness, I don't know where I put it. The border for that one. Here we go, it's over here. So let me just put that on there while we find us out some words. Here we go. So, Vanda, I'm so glad you made it, because you keep being sad that you missed them. And now you're going to be thinking, Crafty, I should have just kept missing them. Right, so I'm just going to go to... I'm thinking, due to the size of the page, I'm going to go with my Excel Creative Words. Yes. So we're going to go with... imagination. So I will go and have a little go at that shadowing for you thing in a minute, Tracy, with the big ones. So where's my first? Fine. But have you guys done shadowing with your stamps? Because that's cool as well. So I should have done the light one first, but here we go. This is where we are. So we're going to put imagination on there. Oh my goodness, it's just so, oh, lovely. Now, if you wanted to add a shadow to that, because I've done the dark first, I will use Distress ink because it will go behind. Okay, I'm going to go on with my Distress ink. I'm going to have to pull this a little bit closer towards me for this. Excusey. We're just going to off a little bit, not a lot, just a little. And then you've got, I don't know if you guys can see that sort of little back. Is it? I don't know if it is a shadow because it's slightly light. It's lighter, isn't it? Sort of like a back lighting thing. So. Have we done an alphabet in the typewriter font? Yes, indeed we have, Lady Moore. We have done the typewriter alpha, funnily enough. And it's got a full alphabet. Hang on. Tell you what, it's a tip in here. I tidied up before I started. Guess how well that's going now. Hang on, is my typewriter Alpha in here? Nope. Is it in here? Yeah! I haven't got the backing card. But yeah, it's more the size of the creativity words small. Let me get that out. If you look. But there's uppercase in that alphabet. You've got uppercase, lowercase, and the numbers. And a hashtag, and an exclamation mark. And an and. So yeah, it is quite handy. But I will say, I love the typewriter Alpha, but because it is in the smaller, if on a page this size, I do like to use my big creativity words. Right, so inspiration, artistry. So we're going to do the same. We're going to go on with our black one here. So lush. I can't remember if I saw somebody ask what ink I was using for the black. For the black I am using VersaFine. I've got to be honest, I did get myself a new VersaClair. You know, I've been moaning because I lost my VersaClair and I've got a new one. And I do really like the VersaClair and I've been playing with it. But you know, you get used to the black ink pad you use. In the VersaFine, I just love it. It's lovely. And because I know it can get out all the detail and whatever, I just, yeah. I'm using my VersaFine still quite a lot. So we're going to put... So I am sorry this didn't turn into just a... can you have the alphabet in the larger size? Of course you can, my duck. I will sort that out for you soon. No, I will sort that out for you. I'll have that ready for you. If not this month, I've got to try and get it sorted for next. Okay, so I'm going to layer up with a wilted violet again to give it that little bit of shadow. Now, in all honesty, this page, like I was saying, if you haven't joined me before for Try It Out Tuesday, Try It Out Tuesday, I do try as much as possible to craft how I craft when you guys aren't here. So it evolves. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And I'm not going to lie, halfway through this, I was like, nah, mate, that ain't working for me at all. But there's more to go, I have to say. But I am really starting to like it. So I'm going to grab... But if you have looked at the title and were like, well, she said new big ones. Where's the new big ones? Yeah, it does. Sorry, going back to the text. Yeah, it does make it look 3D. Oh, sorry. Caught you. Putting that bit of purple, just offset. And it's so easy to do. Have a play with that. Okay. And you're like, it says on the thing, new big ones, and you've just joined in. Let's just do a very, very quick recap. So we've got 3 new big ones, which I've already spread all over me craft room. I think I've lost one already. I'm not even joking. Right, so these are 2 of them. These are 2 of them. The reason oh, here it is. Let me get the piece of black card just to quickly show you. So we've got this one. So these are 3 brand new ones. So we've got here. All right. That one, the egg timers. And then this one, we have been playing with them. We've been putting blended inks through them. But what we did discover early into the demo is that they haven't loaded onto the website like we thought they had. So they're not available yet. They'll be available as soon as we're in tomorrow. Okay. So we've been showing you so this, all the background is made up with those new Inkable big ones. And then we've done some more on this one. And then some more there. Absolutely beautiful. And I will finish these. I will do you some more pages. And we'll go on here. But what I am going to do is we were talking about doodling weren't we, about doodling through your templates. And I was saying how much I love to doodle through my templates, and I doodle through my Inkables all the time. But what we're going to do is we're going to add in some doodle with the new big ones in the gaps as well. So rule of 3, we'll do those 3 there. I'm going to add in just those there. I'm going to add in some straight lines because I love doing straight lines. I think they just add in something, and you can decide whether to put like little arrowheads or dots, or an arrowhead and dots on the end of your straight lines. And it does just add something, doesn't it? Okay, and we've got obviously the stitches stamps, but I do love me a faux stitch, so I might just have a little workaround this corner. I've got a little bit of yellow on this corner from where I've oversprayed from another page. Yeah, who am I kidding? I was going to faux stitch all the way around, didn't I? It's just so cool. Hi Sue, don't worry. I wondered why it looked familiar. Same here. The first one is like the weird optical illusion ball thing. Right, okay. I'm just going to nod and smile at that. I know you can't see me, but this is me nodding and smiling. The weird optical illusion ball thing. You're going to be sending me that now on Messenger, aren't you? I'm going to go up here. And then we'll do a little... Do you know what? I'm going to get my ruler. Because of the binding, I'll go all wibbly wobbly. And who wants that in their life? So we'll just add... If it's not gin involved, why would you want to be wibbly wobbly? And then, you know, you can go into these and just do some dashes and dots. The thing is, I remember I was talking to someone and they were like, oh, I don't, you know, you just go in with your pen and just start doodling stuff on. You know, what if you ruin it? How can I ruin it? It's mine. To stay in my book. You know? You can't ruin it. It's your journal. If you're happy with it and you've enjoyed having a play and you've enjoyed messing with your techniques, job's a good one. You know, it's all good. It's all good in the hood. Okay. Did I add in any of these? I don't know if I'll be able to do that. Do you know what? I am going to go back though, where I put these on, because there's no way I'll stay inside the line if I do it without the template on. And we'll go that way. But again, this is on top of where we did like the abstracty overly circle things and whatever. If you wanted to go in and blend some other colour over that, you could. Whatever, and it just adds in something else again. So, you know, you can really mess with it. But I really like it, and I think the abstract nature, the wibbly wobbly timey wimey thing. If you're not a Doctor Who person, it's from an episode where Doctor Who explains that time is not a straight line that's linear. It's more of a ball of wibbly wobbly timey wimey stuff. There you go. There you go. So, yeah. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. And I'm sorry the big ones aren't on the website. I promise that is the first job tomorrow. The second is putting the imperial measurements onto the website for the Super Skinny Slims before Tracy sends us more emails. So yeah, just a quick recap. If you haven't seen the big ones before, we've already got 12 on the website. These are 3 brand new designs that I'm just showing you guys for the very first time, because you're here, so you get to, you know. And they are, if you're metric, they are about 25 by 12.5. If you are a Tracy, they are just under 10 to just under 5 inch. Okay, and the reason I say just under 10 to just under 5 inches because I don't know what half of these little bits mean. So is that 5 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 eighths? No, 4 and 7 eighths. Is that a thing? 4 and 7 eighths. Yeah. 4 and 7 eighths by 9. Well, that bit is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 tenths. What? Whatever. That bit's under 10, the other way's under 5. Sorry, that's just the best I can do. Just the best I can do. So thank you very much for joining me, guys. I really appreciate it. We will be obviously back on Try It Out Tuesday next Tuesday, but if you can't wait, you know, I will be in Crafting Together all brands tomorrow lunchtime. If you need any help in the meantime, please get in touch. Oh, a quick few notices to call. Yes, we're fully aware that the distressings and the distress oxides have taken a bit of a beating at the minute. We are doing our best to get as many back in as quickly as we can, but as I'm sure you appreciate, everything's taken a while at the minute. But Facebook is the first place that Facebook will be where we say, right, this is back on, and as you guys are here, you guys have Facebook. Sarah Lou, can you tell if there's a Wednesday deal this week, please? There will be a Wednesday wow, Sarah. There is a Wednesday wow every week that there isn't a sale on. Obviously, if there's a sale on, we don't do it. But there is a Wednesday wow on every Wednesday. Do I know what that Wednesday wow will be yet? Can't lie. No, I don't. You know, don't ever think there's any scheming or anything goes on with a Wednesday wow. Occasionally, we just get in there on a Wednesday and go, oh, yeah, that. So, yes, there will be a Wednesday wow. Get into the group, share your makes, join in the challenge. How else will you win the £20 voucher? Dates for your diary, we are Be Crafty has 2 dates for her Chanda this month. The lovely Jane Royston is back on with a brand new collection that she has added to her stamps, and we are on the 23rd with some new drawn things from me in the Doodle Art range. So, but like I say, if there's anything you want to see in the meantime, anything you want to know, anything you think, well, why did she never cover that? I really need you to tell me, okay? Because I want to know, because that way I can do it. But yeah, there's a few new things on the website as well that we've been putting on Facebook. So go and have a look, and I am gonna go and get me another drink. I'm not as parched and dehydrated and, you know, going slightly bonkers like I was last week, but, you know, it's still time. So, thank you very much, guys. Have a fantastic rest of your evening, and thank you for joining me. Bye.